Good morning, students. So today I'm going to start another section of the database. In this particular section of the database, that you will going to see how we are performing the operations on a table. We are accessing, inserting, and deleting and sorting and we are creating the relationships, and we are making the different sections of the query. So these are all the things that we will going to have on the today's topic of discussion. So let us see those the sections. So at first we will see in the database in Access. That means we are doing in the programming in Access, in this particular Access, how we can insert, how we can delete, and how we can sort the particular data. Okay, this is the particular data that we have. This is the particular pattern that we have, how we can do it. Okay, now let us see how we can implement in the Access. Now see in this particular access, see previously in the last discussion we have done one database. We have created one database, and as we have created those the database that we have. Okay, so let us open it. Let us open it and see it. See, it is opening. So database is opened now. Now let us click on this particular thing. See, there are some values are there. Let us give some more values. That means we want to insert the value, so we will come here. Suppose 124. Okay, then let us write some name. ONISH. ONISH. Pandey. Pandey. Okay. Now here I am giving here suppose Rajasthan. RAJSTHAN Rajasthan. Fine. Now here I am giving the date as we have seen it. The date structures. That means suppose 30, then 09, then suppose 2001. Okay, so this is the thing. This is what we can find. This way we can implement or insert the value in a table. Now suppose if you want to delete a particular record. So delete the record from the particular content. How to delete the particular record from the content. Now this is the record that you want to delete. What you can see it, that suppose you select this particular area. Okay, so you can select the record, and after selecting the record, then you can go for the delete option. So suppose I want to you are selecting those particular area. You will come here and click on this particular panel. Then the record will be selected, and from there if you want to delete it, so how you can delete this particular record. See here. Okay, see this particular thing. See here that there are the options that we have. Those the data sheet. In this particular data sheet you can see it that those the records are there, and record options are there. So as we have this particular record option, so see here we can delete the record. If you click on it click on it, see record is been deleted. So this is the way that you can delete the particular record that you have deleted one record. undo. If you want to undo, are you sure you want to delete the record? Yes. If you do it yes, then the record will be deleted. Okay, so this way what we can see that you can delete the record based on this particular pattern. Now suppose you select all these values, and after selecting these values, now what we want to do, sort. See here, if you go to the sort, there is the sorting option is there, ascending order sorting, descending order sorting. So if you click on this particular area, see, this has been ascending order, they has been sorted. If you click on this particular area, see, this has been sorted in a descending way. That means what is the way that you want, you can sort the data, and you can make the data to be implementable. Okay, so this is what that you can do, and you can work on it. Next, we will study about the relationship, different type of relationships. What are the different pattern of relationships are there? Then I will show you practically how we can create the relationship. First, let us see the theoretical section of it. How the relationships are there. That means we can find it that there are different pattern of relationships are there. Now, see here, this particular referential integrity. What is a referential integrity? We are referring something. That means we are referring the use and maintenance of the accuracy, consistency of the data in a relationship. So when we are doing so in this particular base, what we can find, that we can make a link between two or more tables. Okay, with the help of the primary key, and with the help of a foreign key. That means primary key, what we say, the in table there is a one key which is unique in nature, that is a primary key, and when that key is used in another table, that is said as a foreign key. So in a referential integrity, what we can find, the adding a record to the related table if not associated. So adding record in the primary key in the table, changing the value of the particular primary key depending on the records that is associated, deleting the records of the primary key, that is what associated. That means what we can find it, that in a relationship, there what we have, it will going to save our time, and no need to enter the same data again and again. Redundancy of the data error, what is that can be easily find out, and we can summarize the particular value that are related in this particular table. So when we are having the connectivity system, we say there are the basically three connectivity system. One is one to one is one to many, or many to one, or another is many to many. So there what we can find, that we can create a two way of the relationship, that I'll show you. That you can click on the insert option, and from that there is a relationship, and from the relationship you can create the relationship, add a new relationship, or add a relationship. So first, so you will going to locate the area, you will find out the tables, and from there you can create a relationship. So see here, there what we have, one to one relationship. One to one relationship is that particular, see here, we have to set out the primary key. So one to one relationship, from this picture you can see it, that employee id in the department table, and employee id in the employee table. That means department table employee id, and this particular section department table employee id, and this two has been added up. So that is what we can find, one to one relationship we have built up. And as we have built up the one to one relationship, we can see that how those particular data can be implemented. This is one to one relationship. Next what we have, next we have an one to many relationship. One to many relationship means what, those the one to many relationship that we can find. Suppose here employee id and then department id. So with an employee id in the department table, and employee id in the employee table is a primary key. So when we are matching them, when we are making it, that means it will going to make it, say, department id and department id. These two, when we will going to meet, we can have a many to many relationship. And this is what one to many relationship I have said. And that employee ID with a department ID, if we do that, we can find it, that is an one to many relationship. And when we find that there are many to many relationship, that means just now I have said that a department ID of the employee table and department in the from the department table department ID, when we are joining them and when we are making them, this particular structure that we can find, that is said as your many to many relationship. So this is the way that we can find, this is the way that we can find that we are having those particular pattern, and we will going to have this particular structure. Now let us see how we can implement it. Okay, so let us see the practical implementation of it. Now see here what we say, that we will going to create the relationship. Okay, so if you want to create a relationship, that means we must have those particular values. Suppose this is one table, this is the student table, and this particular student table, you can see here that this is a student study table, or we have I have making all this suppose personal person, those who are staying in Noida, or all these things particular in this particular student table. Now when you want to create a relationship, how to create a relationship? So you will go to the create option. In the create option, you can see here that there are the different type of options are available. Okay, there are the different patterns of options are available. And now when those different, like you, if you want to create a table, if you want to create a form, if you want to create a report, so all these particular different forms of options that you can find, that they are available, there is what in the database tool. So see here relationship, if you click on the relationship, you have to select the table. See, automatically the tables are been there. What is a product table and student table? If you add it product, see product came. If you add the student table came. Okay, student table came and product came. Now you can see here in this particular two table, we cannot create a relationship because we can find that product ID and student ID is not the same. Purchase and this ID quantity and the streams and all these things is not the same. So what we can do, we can go for the queries also. Okay, so if you go for the query, suppose there is this particular query number 1. If you open the query number 1, just you remove it. See, student ID and student ID is there. Now if you close this one, this particular table, you can close this. You can this particular table, what is there, this particular table can be removed. If you want, you can remove it, or you can leave it like that also. Okay, see hide table, show direction. So what you want, you can do it. Now what I will want to show you, one-to-one relationship. Suppose with this two, student ID and query, if I drag it, okay, if I drag it and if I leave it there, see here this particular thing will going to come to you. So create, if you want to do create, that means what, see here, this is student ID is here primary key, and here student ID became the foreign key. So this is what we can see, this particular pattern of query. We say it that it is what pattern of relationship, it is a one-to-one relationship. Okay, so here we have seen one-to-one relationship. Now suppose if I want to do this city student with a student ID with a student name, that means this will be what, one-to-one relationship. Okay, so you can create it, you can create the relationship more, edit relationship, you can do it. Okay, or you can all the relationships what are there, that you can do. Suppose this student with the suppose student ID, so one relationship is already exists. Do you want to edit the existing relationship? Yes. If you want to do, see here, then here what student id I am changing with a student name with the student id. Okay, so see here, this is what many to one or one to many. Anyway, you can take it from this way, you can take it from that way. Okay, and city, if I give with this particular, suppose student name with a city. Student name, yes, if you want to edit, yes, we want to edit. What we want to give, that student name, and here we, this particular area I am giving city. So student name with a city, see here it became what, many to many relationships. So all the three pattern of relationship creation I have shown to you, that how we can create all these three particular pattern of relationship. Okay, so this is what is our relationship. Now I will go to the next part. Next part, that is our query management system. Now see, next the thing that I am going to show to you, that is your database management with the access query management system. Query means what, from a table you will going to ask a different questions, and based on that questions what we can find, that we will going to have a lot of queries. Okay, so each of this particular queries, let us see how to create the queries and how to do it. Now see the query from this particular table. Suppose this is the table and there we have many values. I want to do the query. What to do the query? There you will go to the create option. From the create option you can find here that there is query with wizard, query with a design view. So you can select any, first we are doing query with a design view. So you click on it. So when you click on it, you have to select the table. Okay, suppose I am selecting that student, so add. I am not selecting the both, so as I am selecting the student, suppose I am selecting the student. Now from here, if you forget what are the values are there, that you can again go, there is an option that you can again go back to it and you can see it. See here, student, so you can go there and you can find out those area, particular part what is there. Okay, so query that we have created. Now suppose what is our condition, suppose those who are staying at Shiliguri. So this is the criteria. From here you want to see the student id, you want to see the student name, and then what is your criteria? Your criteria is the person, those who are staying at Shiliguri. That means where we can find city, then you will come to the criteria area. See this is the criteria area. The cursor is blinking here, equals to, then open the single or double inverted comma, and then that Siliguri, Shiliguri. Close the double inverted comma. Okay, so when we do it, what we will going to do, you will click here in this particular area, this cross. When you click it here, you will see, do you want to save it as query 5? Do you want to save the change of the query design? Yes. If you do yes, then see it will come the query name. Suppose I am giving here person stay at person, person STAYED, state suppose in Shiliguri, SILIGURI, Shiliguri. Okay, this is the name I have given, then okay. So when I have given the name, see person stayed in Shiliguri, wait there. Now if you click on it, see those the values has came out, those the person stayed in Shiliguri. That means based on this what we can find it, that we can create the particular work, and we can run on that particular work. So when we have created it, you have notice the particular thing that suppose those who are reading in 10, this is the suppose a question has been given, find out the persons those who are reading in class 10. So if you want to do this, how can you do this? You can do this from here, that student at when you do the student add, you have to close this. Suppose now what I want to see, I want to see the suppose student id, then student name, and what is my condition? Condition is the class. Class what? Class is greater those who are studying in class what? 10. Okay, those who are studying in class 10. Okay, so now you want to save this one. If you want to save this one, do you want to save? Yes. Now you can name it student studying studying in class class 10. Okay, so do it. So see, the thing has been done. So students studying in class 10, click on it. See, if you click here, those the students studying in class 10, their name, their details are there in front of you. So this is the way you can visualize the particular thing. This is the way you can make the particular thing. If you go and see that this is one way. Another way of creating the thing, suppose now again I am going to the student table, and when I am going to the student table, see here, create with the help of wizard. Okay, wizard means it is a pre-formatted form. So simple wizard, crossbit wizard, duplicate wizard, final wizard. Suppose simple wizard I am selecting from here. So when I am selecting a simple wizard, what I want to select, suppose student id, I want to select suppose class. Okay, and I am selecting suppose city. These three things I am selecting. Then next, if you want to give any pattern of other implementations, any pattern of other thing from any other table, that you can select it. So then you can give it next. When you want to give it next, open the query with a view information, modify in design view. If you want to modify in a query design view, that also you can do it. See, query design view, that you can do it. Or what will be the title of the query? Do you want to give this student query? Suppose you are giving here student 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 query query in wizard wizard 1. Okay, suppose this name I have given. If you want to cancel, you can cancel also. Now finish. If you click on this finish option, see, the thing has been done. Okay, student query in one. See, those the values are there in front of you. Those the values are in front of the particular thing as you have given the query. That means what is the difference you can find? Query in a wizard, it is a totally pre-formatted form where we cannot do anything. We have to select only the particular pattern, and from this particular pattern that we can find that we have done it. And another thing that we can do, that query in a design view, if you select the query in a design view, then you can select and condition, you can give the condition, and you can work on this particular condition. Okay, so this is what about the query that we have implemented. So this is what for today's, I am ending my today's session here. Thank you all.